overcoming failure. Listen to me. If you're successful in this room, you've reached any level of success, you know that failure is a part of it.
If you want to be successful, you have to change this. This has to change.
With every step that you are taking moving forward, sometimes you will get pushed back. But when you get pushed back, you come back.
I'm saying that you've got to make some conscious effort to begin to work to develop you. Here's something else. Most people are not living their dreams because of fear, ladies and gentlemen.
When you do stay true to your mission and the promises you make to yourself, you get something so much more back. It's not a what will I lose by skipping. This 1% know in a world where excellence compounds. It's look what I am becoming, and this decision is an investment too good to pass up, in every decision to move forward to embrace the things that align with your true north is a nod to that future. Self, you don't allow yourself to be vulnerable. You forfeit your greatness if you don't risk failure. You have no shot at being the one who makes a statement. You don't risk them laughing at you, you have no shot at them clapping for you.
Listen to me very closely. Nobody is going to fire you if you execute. People fire you if you try hard and don't execute. No, people come here and say, I worked so hard, but you didn't execute. I don't pay you to work hard. I pay you to execute.
This decision is yours and yours alone. Let me tell you something. You get to decide if I'm gonna be rich, poor, mediocre, plentiful, happy, sad. You have a decision to make.
Greatness belongs to you. Even when you feel that you're at the weakest point, you got to understand that these failures are going to do exactly what is necessary to help you to build up, to teach you the lessons in life, to understand that you got to get knocked down a few times. And when that opportunity comes for you to rise up with a full heart.
The same reason that people stay in relationships where they're abused or they're unhappy or it's unfulfilling, they can't see themselves beyond that relationship. They can't see themselves enjoying life without that person. They think that this is all that they can do. The same reason that people get stuck at a certain level in life, they can't see things being better for them. And they think that this is it and this is all they deserve. This is all they've ever seen. It's been passed on to them. And they think that this is it for them.
If you don't risk trading today for a future outcome that's uncertain, you'll never know the fortune that future held. Yeah, being vulnerable, it's difficult, it's hard, it hurts, but it has it. It's the ocean that separates what you have from what you want, the mountain that stands between who you are and who you want to be. Being vulnerable, it means you stop looking at what can go wrong and you start thinking about what can go right. Because every question is a double-edged sword. Right? Do you release that song? Because it could flop, but it will also kickstart your dream. Do you make that first trip to the gym? Because you'll probably look like you have no clue what you're doing.
I want you to write that down for me. And the level of execution, what percentage would you give yourself? I execute 70% of the time, 50% of the time, 80% of the time, 90% of the time, 100% of the time. Write that down. I execute. Watch this. The year Tom Brady went undefeated. The year Tom Brady went undefeated, 16-0. But what happened when they got to the Super Bowl? They lost the Super Bowl. You think the owner was like, we went undefeated, but we lost the Super Bowl. It's okay, guys.
It's really not important what the majority of people that are blogging are saying. As a matter of fact, bloggers are not relevant people, they're not shakers and movers, and they're not decision makers, and they're not power brokers. So when you spend so much time in the blog world, the Instagram world, the chat world, all of this, you're wasting valuable time.
A champion does not worry. It doesn't concern himself or herself about challenges that they have to face. They realize that they have to put in work. They realize that every opponent that they face is an opportunity to go a little farther up that ladder. You're not worthy to be a champion. if you don't apply yourself to be one. You're not worthy to hold on to a title if you don't have the integrity and the understanding and the grit and what you need to do to maintain what it means to be a champion.
Look at your life right now. Whatever you've done up to this point in time, your life is working. Whatever you have produced, it came out of you as a result of the kind of person that you have become. It's a result of your choices. It's a result of your consciousness. Now you have to ask yourself, are you satisfied with what you have produced? Is this what you want? Would you like for things to be better than this? Do you believe that you deserve better than this? Or are you content? This is it. You don't have to do anything else. That you've already resigned yourself in life and say, well, I'm happy.
It will probably look like you have no clue what you're doing, but it could also lead you to feeling better about yourself than you ever have before. You apply for that promotion because you could be let down, but it could also lead to a career transformation. You see the dynamic here. Every major decision comes with risk, and that's why people avoid making them standing out. Taking the road less traveled, they shake our deeply rooted desire to fit in right at the foundation. They conflict like fire and water seesaw. Much of our stress comes from a need to belong, to preserve a reputation. To be cool, you want a fun experiment. Watch how fast being cool turns into mediocrity. It's doing the things that are not cool over and over again that constitute greatness, the ones who are different. Bold out there, they change things, the ones who are okay being called irrational.
So, all of us in the room who dealing with doubt, get it fixed quick. Go to a counselor or get a coach. But if you know you're doubting, fix that as soon as you can. Okay, or somebody else, be transparent with me. Why aren't you executing more? I let details get in the way. That's why I hired Moose. I don't even try to do details. That's not my thing. It's me right here. You cut the mic on, I'm good. You start doing paperwork, I'm here. I just shrink with paperwork. It's just not my strength. So I take some of my money that I make and I hire somebody who's good at details. And I actually make more money by letting him do what he's great at, and I do what I'm great at, and what a wonderful combination.
But you cannot erase the work ethic part. There is no getting around. Ain't no elevator to the top. You got to take the stands. The elevator don't go to the top, man. Not in the world of success. You got to take the stands. Y'all got to start getting gritty, man. I hate it when I see young people wasting their time, wasting all this technology got, just bull. Just sitting around in this world that's been created for you, that everything is instant.
Everybody doesn't understand what failure means. Sometimes people just want to give up because they fail at something. What good is a victory? What good is a win if you don't fail? And getting knocked down does not mean that you stay down. Getting knocked down doesn't mean that you're not breathing. You gotta understand that this is what life is all about. How can you build if you don't have nothing to build on? How can you grow if you're not understanding that you got to be on the ground so that you can understand what it means to get up?
Take the leap. See, it's out here in the universe. If you don't take the plunge, I guarantee you, somebody else will. Take the plunge. Go into action. And ladies and gentlemen, you will be surprised at how things will come together. You'll be surprised. Now, you're going to have some difficult challenges. I can tell you that now. Be aware of that. Things are not going to work out exactly right. For a time, they will, sometimes. And that's when life is just playing a game with you.
Being laughed at okay with failing and not getting it the first time around. If you do not let yourself be vulnerable, you never experience failure on a significant level, you don't fail. You don't learn, you don't learn, you don't grow. If that's the case, forget about the top of the mountain. Safety, comfort, a flawless reputation gets you a nice seat at the bottom, looking up at greatness, at those who saw the opportunity and were willing to take a chance. So while you climb, keep your eyes on that big picture. Remember that we outgrow our worries. Through each stage of our lives, we look back and we realize that our previous priorities were misaligned. We worried about things that didn't matter. Allowed our decisions to be guided by variables that were irrelevant, and that's the beauty of risk it. Escalates, this realization pushes us further and further past the little things.